Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Wisdom Artificial Intelligence. So, today is March 13th. Let's go ahead get started for today. Today's dose of Rashmi is unconscious intelligence performs any activity by being focused on the outcomes. Wisdom, on the other hand, is performing the same activity by being in a state of complete alignment. So this one came about based on a reflection by Sadhguru, which talked about something related to that most time you perform activities based on requirements. It is not the requirements, but it is how you perform the activity that determines the quality of the experience. As a product thinker, that got me thinking about this because the requirements are typically the what and why, and how is how it gets implemented, which is usually the realm of the designers and developers in terms of the classic product teams and how products are developed. And I started reflecting on this through the various stages of evolution of how software development and product life cycles have come about. So let's dive into the three layers of Rashmi architecture with that context. So layer one is how products were historically developed, where it was the domain of product managers and stakeholders like the salespeople and others to bring about requirements. And then people who are actually building the product, they just built it based on no real connection with the customers, the users of the product. And they just built it because somebody has told you exactly what to build. And that certainly is not the recipe for building great products. If the people who are building it are far removed from the customers and users, we get poor products as a result. Then, over the last 20, 30 years of the tech industry and the SaaS products, and where we have built amazing products which have a great value for the users. They have been built based on this concept of product thinking, and this is part of my own evolution. I pride myself on being a great product thinker, and these products have been built on something called the product-led operating model, which is a powerful model. I genuinely do love it. The product-led operating model transformed how historically the products were built and came up with this concept of that the entire team engaged in understanding and building the product is a product team, and that includes the product managers, the designers, and the developers. And it defined these four lenses: value, viability, feasibility, and usability. And the products got built such that they were extremely usable, user centric, and they created business value for the end users and customers. And they were viable and they were feasible for the team developing it. And all of the product managers, the designers, as well as developers put together formed the product team, and they were all doing this together. So it led to great products being created, great value being generated. And this is the layer two operation. At the same time, it also led to things like the attention economy, where when you build products which are extremely user centric and extremely usable, every product is trying to grab the user's attention. So, whatever you are trying to build, you want to capture the user's attention. And sure, it created very usable products, very user friendly products. At the same time, everything that has been built in the digital world resulted in us being constantly engaged with our digital screens, and our attention has been taken away from the real world and from ourselves. So this is where at layer three of the Rashmi hierarchy, I have come up with this model called the wisdom-led operating model, which is an evolution of the product-led operating model. As I said, it is a great base model. And now on this journey from intelligence to consciousness, we have to evolve it to build products which are human and planet centric. And wisdom-led operating model is clarity, capacity, care, and continuity. And the idea is when you build these products with extreme clarity on what is real versus what is a perceived identity or perceived reality, and then build such products that are extremely focused on driving human and planet centric outcome. And you build these from a state of complete alignment, whether it is the organization or the human. And that is where the frameworks like PM squared that we have developed, which is purpose, product, market, and money, which we have called the ikigai for your organization. So ikigai to me is effectively the same thing as being in a state of complete alignment across what you're passionate about, what you're good at, what the world needs, and yes, you create monetary value out of this. So that is what happens when you build products through the state of complete alignment. The how is completely in alignment with the why and the what. It's not disjointed parts of the product, and the entire product team that is building it will be able to be in a state of complete alignment. And what then emerges is naturally what the you or the entire organization genuinely cares for. And it is my assertion that what emerges from that place of genuine care is always going to be human and planet centric. Thank you.